burning down pretty good now. Just wasted all this time and effort. Let's give this another shot. Well, welcome back. I'm out here on my childhood creek today. Water's a little low, but conditions don't look bad, so let's go ahead and get the rig finished and see if the fish are home. Stay tuned. Okay, so here is the yucca line. It's about 12 foot of line that I finally completed. And I cleaned all the little tag ends, little tag pieces sticking out, so it's relatively clean now. This is where we started down here on the eye. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add, just for strength, I don't feel real comfortable hooking that into that eye, the leader. I mean, it would probably be okay, but go ahead and we're going to form a bite here, B-I-G-H-T, or loop as it's also known as. I'm going to tie a very small knot into it here. And that's going to give us a lot. It's going to give us a lot stronger end to attach our leader. And we'll go ahead and leave that little tag end sticking off here, so it gives it a little bit of wiggle room in case this starts to slip. Then on the opposite end, get this unwound here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing, but I want to make a loop large enough it'll act as a lanyard. It'll go over my wrist, just so I don't accidentally drop this into the water and lose it. You never know, I may get a big fish that'll hit it. After all this work, it would be good to have a fish yank it out of my hand. So we just form a bite, the loop, and then we're going to put a single overhand, just like we did on the end there. I should have clarified what we were doing. Just like that, simple single overhand. That way I can pop it onto my wrist and I don't have to worry about dropping it and losing it. Let me get the leader out here and I shall return. Okay, I have a few more gorge hooks that I made up here and one extra leader, and I brought some extra yucca fibers in case I have to make any more leaders. Shouldn't have to today. So I have one gorge hook here. You can see that I've notched the top and the bottom. And these are about 1.5 inches. So on my finger, from the tip of my finger to my first knuckle is about 1 inch. This is 2 inches. This will be about 1.5 inches. So we're looking at probably right about 1.5 inches. 1 inch is about standard, but these are spotted bass, so they're a little bit bigger mouths on them. So we're going to come up here to the small loop, run the leader through, just like that. And I did the same thing on the leader. I just did the single overhand on a bite. Pass your tag in through the loop. We're forming a lark's head here. Pull this knot. Just through like this so it'll cinch down properly. There we go. And that's a lark's head, also known as a girth hitch. And then on the little depressions here in the middle, I'm going to go ahead, we're going to run a clove hitch. Get enough slack here.
I'm just not going to make plans with her. Ever. I'm not inviting dinner, No, I'm inviting for dinner. I'm just not making plans in terms of like inviting places to go places.
Well, once I finally get it through here, I'll be doing all right. Actually, I'm going to wet this leader down to make it a little more pliable. I've already got a break here in the fiber. I don't like that, so I'm actually going to break this off here and wet this. Stay tuned. Okay, the fibers are dry. They tend to be a little more brittle. So I just pinched off the bad end. It shortens the leader here, but I think we could still get by with it okay. Okay, so we have our clove hitch. Cinch it up, dress it, cinch it up tight. And I'm going to throw a couple of half hitches in here. Dampening the cordage is a really big help. Makes it much more flexible and easier to work with. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to leave this tag end on here to give it a little bit of wiggle room. Seems to be pretty snug and tight. And the nice thing about the yucca fibers, it's like botanical sinew. Sinew, when it gets wet, it gets kind of sticky because of the hide glue that it contains. And incidentally, yucca does kind of the same thing. It gets slightly tacky when it gets moist. So I'm going to go ahead and bait the hook. And I'm not going to film that part of it because some people are squeamish about such a thing. But basically you just slide the night crawler on here through the body. You want to go over the knot and up onto the cordage right here, and that holds the gorge hook parallel to the line. When the fish takes it, starts to run with it, the pressure on the line will cause the gorge hook to move out of a parallel alignment. It'll become perpendicular to the cordage, and that's what gets stuck in the throat of the, just like that, gets stuck in the throat of the fish. So I'm going to go ahead and bait this, and I shall return. Stay tuned.
Bring that little grill with the propane. Bring it in the
Big one, huh?
Nah, it's a little bluegill.
I take it they're biting?
What's that?
I take it they're biting?
Yeah, they're all over in here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut right by here.
Yeah, there's spotted bass and bluegill.
Yeah. Wait.
Where are you going, Ayan? Margaret!
Well, I ran out of memory on my SD card. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the memory consumption, so wound up running out, and I'm back in the high country up here shooting some more video today, and I'm taking the opportunity to go ahead and conclude this video while I'm up here. Anyways, in the video you can probably hear some kids in the background. With the coronavirus restrictions, public pools are shut down, so there's a lot of people out there cooling off in the creek, and kids were playing, they were running up and down the creek. I edited out a lot of that, and as a result, the fish were very spooked with all the activity going on, and I even had some adults going through, which is kind of rude when you're trying to fish. But anyways, I could see a lot of fish. I'd throw the bait to them, they'd come up and kind of look at it, but they were very wary with all the commotion going on. But I did manage to catch one. Normally when I'm out there, a dozen fish out of there is not uncommon at all, and I wind up catching so many, I just wind up tossing some back, and I only keep a few of the good ones to take home. But that day, with all the commotion, it was the fishing was not good. So, but I did get one, so it did work. That was made me feel pretty good. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. Please like, subscribe, and share. I hope all of you are having an outstanding day or night, depending on where you're located, and I will see all of you very soon on the next one. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.